Nada's headed out. We're going to be joined by Chili Repair here momentarily for the next match between Stateless and Wisconsin.
Very seamless.
Chili Repair's here.
I am here. It's
Say hi.
perfect.
Hi, Chili Repair. How's it going?
How are we doing today?
We're chilling. We're having a grand old time. Also, you're very quiet.
Let me turn up my gain so you don't have
There
to
you
absolutely destroy everything.
I already have you at 140% in Discord, so I think it's on your end, buddy.
You know, it's always on my end, but that's why I have the button.
I like it when
It's good. Buttons and knobs help.
buttons, knobs,
Just like having a
switches. What other kinds of controlled devices are there?
A key is the same as a
Key?
button, right?
Key's a button.
Scroll wheel is it's a knob. I don't know.
Scroll wheel's a scroll wheel. Yeah, knob's different.
I think they're like it's a horizontal scroll knob. I don't know what I'm talking
It's
about
in a
anymore.
different. It's in a different plane. It's in like a horizontal plane instead of a vertical plane.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same bin, different section. I don't know. I had to bring it up because I totally just spilled an entire thing of water on my mouse and the scroll wheel no longer works.
Oh boy.
So rest in peace, mouse.
Hope you have a replacement.
I do not.
Oh.
So I've been having to press the scroll wheel in and use that Windows auto scroll to go
That's
through
not
pages.
fun. That's really not fun. It's so hard to control that.
It's not accurate at all. But we're gonna roll with it for now. For now.
For the moment. For the time being.
But the lobby finally open. Look
Yeah,
at that.
Shaduz was, I guess, I don't know what, dealing with something or other.
Oh, good for him.
But we are now here. We have Stateless on the left. We have Wisconsin on the right.
We have Wisconsin on the right.
Except for Kuko as best girl. Unexpected. Or in the wrong sides.
It's close enough.
They'll get there eventually.
They'll have a fun time warming up with the wrong teams. Oh, maybe they will switch now. Oh, or not.
I'm
Kuko's
not
best
really
girl
sure.
came back.
I'm not even showing this to the actual stream because just waiting
You all
for
don't need to see this.
I'm waiting for them to pick a warm-up that crashes my client.
Yujo. Thayan's Yujo.
That somebody was practicing no mod too.
Ooh. Yeah, it oh, maybe they are changing the warm up now, I guess.
They're not gonna warm up with a map in the pool. Not a thing that we do here or anywhere else.
I don't know. It's worth it sometimes. You got to get that information about the other team.
What if you okay, here's the real brain strat. Take a different MP3 and just copy paste a map from the pool into that different MP3.
Oh my goodness.
I think I've just solved OSU tournaments forever.
I think that would be the highest effort, most brain thing ever for a warm up. And now you have to copyright everything you just said. Trademark T1G, July 12th, 2020 at approximately 7:05 p.m. Eastern. Nobody else can take that idea.
Ben
into the match.
Williams would like to discuss a reschedule, and it's just like the Grand Finals No Mod 1.
Oh my. That's how we have to do it. I have to find the map last year in USC when we were playing against Ohio. That custom map that Ariu presented us with was just something. What was it called? From the bathroom, and it was just GLHF MA in big slow sliders with this really big room sound effect.
That was people put way too much effort into this.
Oh,
What was-
I don't know.
Whose OWC warm up was it that was just like the insane, like every country was represented?
Oh, that was
like peak warm ups.
That was amazing. That was either the UK or the US. I don't remember exactly who that was. It was in...
It was 2018?
Yeah,
2 years
two
ago?
years ago? It had to have been 2 years ago. It wasn't last year.
There was no trolling last year. Last year was just, okay, USA beats everybody. See you guys next year.
Last year was the year of the team showcase videos.
Oh, true. God, that got
That
to be
was
such
impressive.
a thing.
Oh, those are amazing. We have to be honest, Turkey's was the best. No,
I
I'm just
didn't
kidding.
actually watch most of them, so I really am not eligible to offer a comment.
Somebody made a compilation of all of them, and some of them were very impressive. Some of them did just like the standard Smash character like team video. Turkey did like a whole like movie they clipped up and re-subtitled and everything. Pretty sure Hong Kong remade like the entire soccer scene of Shaolin Soccer, like the first one. It was amazing.
I remember we had a staff one as well. Staff
Oh.
one was like super like brain.
It was. Wasn't a lot of people. Sage seeming to have a great time on this first warm-up.
We'll be alright.
Keys will be figure it out soon enough.
You know,
maybe
sometimes you use FG, sometimes you use JK, sometimes you use NM, and you just gotta remember.
yeah, you gotta switch it up. You gotta mix it up some days. You know, it's like resetting your aim. So far, everybody has actually missed in the lobby.
It's
Understandably.
not going well, but this is also kind of wonky.
This is a very wonky death dial. The patterns on this are not comfortable. Unexpected seems fairly, as I say that.
Nope, he doesn't. He doesn't seem
Nope.
anything.
Nope, not anymore.
Have the combo colors always been red, white, and blue? I mean, like, yes?
Yeah.
I haven't changed them.
They're good. That's where they belong, red, white, and blue. I don't know. Let's see if this this warm-up is indicative of what's going to happen in the match itself.
No, because nothing in the map pool is anywhere near this weird.
I don't know, man. Some of these hidden maps, people might be struggling on this. I got a little concerned in the previous match when, what did they pick, Nomad 3, and someone said, it was either you or Dada said it was a Wowie map, and I was like, you see what happened the last time somebody said something was a Wowie map in USC?
I also said it was a
Didn't
fancy
go well.
line map, and I think he top scored, so...
Ooh, that's fun.
I did say it was a
It
Wowie
was
map,
fine.
though, but Wowie was, you know, just sitting in chat, so... appropriate.
He's relaxing. Unexpected, the best player in this warm-up by a decent amount right now.
I would like to point out Shonder at 31,000 points.
Very impressive from him. Look at all those 100s.
And look at all
he
those X's.
missed.
Those
That was
were,
amazing.
Those were a bunch of X's. How many teams have banned Nomad 3 so far? Not that many teams, is the answer to that question. You've, it was banned by Pennsylvania and by Maryland.
Pennsylvania kind of surprises me that they would ban Nomad 1.
Nomad 3.
Oh, Nomad 3. I don't know why.
They
I
got
heard
Nomad 1
1.
picked against them, and they...
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought you said Nomad 1, and I was very confused that anyone would have Nomad 1 against Pennsylvania with their lineup.
was the Koa.
Yeah, that's probably what I'd chalk it up to.
This turns out Koa is pretty good at...
Yeah, he's pretty good at Nomad 1. He's pretty good at Hard Rock 1s. Pretty good at Nomad 2s.
Nomad 5s?
Nomad 5s, probably, yeah.
I don't know how good he is at speed.
He's decent. If it's aim-oriented speed, I'd say Koaliaku is a solid bet. He is fairly good at sight reading as well, because he does forget that he has matches quite often.
I was just impressed that he showed up for this one, honestly. I'm so used to Koa just not showing up for things. That's kind of the norm for him.
Yeah, no, I don't associate reliability, rather, I guess, with him.
It's like a pleasant surprise. It's a minor victory for Pennsylvania just to have Koa, like, here for.
Yeah. It's a treat. It's like, oh, Koa had a good day. He's here. Second warm-up.
Ukiyo-e Yoko Show. That was a throwback.
Ooh.
I've seen this in a while.
What a good song to end off the warm-ups on. Some interesting patterns on this as well. Could be a smart warm-up. I'm assuming this is Wisconsin's warm-up and the previous was Stateless's. Wisconsin. Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, this is Stateless.
Yeah. Oh, this is Stateless warm-up. That's honestly an interesting choice, given that I feel like Stateless would be the team that would be more favored towards aim and standard aim and stream maps, whereas Wisconsin may want to test the waters a little bit with something that's a little bit more, I guess, invasive of your skills. I feel like that's what they're going to be favored towards today, even with Wisconsin having Jonah and Sage, two good stream players. Might get a little bit difficult, especially going against Fangzy and Unexpected, which are, I'd say, very similar players, just with a slightly higher skill cap. I'd say they're probably the closest we're going to get to like a dead-on matchup between at least 4 different players. Jonah actually opting for the hard rock on the warm-up. It's something he would do. Well, he seems fairly comfortable with it so far, even on the spacing at the beginning, but it is still early.
Dude, Jonah's cold with it, actually. Never doubt him. Just let him pick hard rock on whatever he wants.
I don't know what he just missed on there.
How is someone stateless? Exclamation mark stateless in chat. That's how.
There's actually a
yes,
command.
Yeah, there's a
for
command.
it.
Yep. Fangzy and Sacker Joe having a good time here for stateless. It's a warm-up pick.
Yeah, they're doing pretty solid for themselves, hitting the 1/3 with decent accuracy. Fangzy with quite impressive, almost up to 99%. Stacker Joe opting a little bit more for the combo side of things.
Yeah, actually, that explanation is kind of wrong because it's not a large stateless team. It's the same size as any of the other teams.
Yeah. A larger player pool, I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, not even, though. They actually, I mean, if you look at some states that have, like, Florida or Texas number of signups.
Yeah, that's true. There's quite a few states. I mean, what were the top 4 states had quite a few signups to finish it off with.
Yeah,
it was
like 15 to 20.
Anywhere between, I think, final sign-up lists that I guess you posted were anywhere from 10 to 15, but that was with a decent amount of time left in signups.
Yeah.
Like 4 days left, yeah. But
I think there were more than that for some states by the time it was over. But yeah, 10 to 15 seems...
Definitely some. Texas had the highest with 15, which is, you know, a given they're the biggest state.
Yeah, Texas has a lot of OSU players.
Washington had quite a few at 13. And then followed by Florida and Massachusetts, 2 smaller states comparatively, I guess, but higher sign-up rates.
Well, high population density.
Yeah, it's true, depending on the cities.
Etc.
Yeah. As you go east and south, respectively.
The states are smaller and there's more people in them. That's the East Coast in a nutshell.
A nutshell. That's why Washington, D.C. was able to have 9 signups combined with other states.
What Virginia, West Virginia, and Washington, D.C., but I don't actually know individually where the signups are from for that because it's all just you all sign up.
Group the pooling. Unexpected not wanting to finish this warm-up.
Failed.
Oh, well,
like
good
he
for him.
quote-unquote failed because he didn't have no fail-ons.
Yeah.
All right.
Almost.
Wisconsin wins the roll with 58 to 28. So be Wisconsin first ban stateless for pick. I feel like you just ban like a DT here if you're Wisconsin, or like something that's like a mechanics map.
Yes, I would agree. I think anything that is more standard is something that they kind of want to drop.
Oh, or they can ban No Mod 5. I guess they can do that too. That's completely not that's not at all the same thing.
Yeah. I don't know if they would... I don't know if that was the best map that they could have banned. I mean, it certainly wasn't the top ban that I would have picked for them, but I guess they know what they're doing for the most part. But
AR7 no mod, it's easy, comfortable with it.
It is, but I feel like, yeah, maybe it would make sense. Wisconsin has less players that would be comfortable reading something like that, especially with Stateless having players like Stacker Joe and what do they have? Unknown Beat.
No, Unknown Beat is from North California.
He's North California. I don't know who else I'm thinking of, but they have some players that can handle the low AR more respectively than what I would expect from Wisconsin here. Who do they? Well, Stateless is running with Fangzy, Duplication, Fooders, Sage, Stacker Joe, and Unexpected.
They banned Nomad 4, interestingly, so they get rid of the alt pick. That's Flashback. I think that's the first time we've seen that banned, but I'm not positive. We haven't seen a lot of matches to begin with, but I've seen a Nomad 4 ban. Oh, I did. We saw a Nomad 4 ban out of Carolina.
Oh. So some solid bans, a little bit more on the unexpected side from them. Please. I knew someone was gonna laugh about that. A little bit more yeah, no, I can't use any other words. Unexpected. I'm just gonna stop saying it. But and Nomad 2 actually going to be their first pick. We saw it earlier for the warm-up, or at least the before warm-up song. Non-surprising pick for Stateless here with their lineup of players here. I'm assuming Fangzy, Unexpected, and Sage going to be their choice 3 for a map like this. Not too technically intensive, pretty standard. The streams are there. I definitely think that with the streaming ability of players such as Unexpected and Sage, they will be more than comfortable on a map like this. But Fangzy, not known particularly for his streams, but still a good stream player nonetheless. Looks like Unexpected actually gone for this pick, and Fooders going to be playing instead of him. I don't know much.
I don't know much about Fooders. I don't know much about Unexpected as a tournament player either, so I don't really know what to make of that particular player swap.
Yeah, Fooders I know less about. Unexpected is, I would chalk him up to be like a more consistent Koalia Q, I guess, or like more versatile. I think he can play in a couple extra slots than what Koa would be able to, but they have similar skill sets in their aim and streaming styles. So they kind of fill the same niche if necessary, but Unexpected maybe just a little bit more versatile. But you know what? We get our first look at Fooders, see what he's going to bring for us in this tournament. Also, our first look at Kuko as Best Girl as well.
Yeah, there's a name that we really just have not seen at all, ever. I'm pretty sure. I don't know what tournament they have played in, if any, but things go for them here.
Early break for Fangzy and for Jonah. Not exactly the part of this map that I expected people to be having trouble with. Kuko is Best Girl.
Well, Wisconsin already down to just 1 FC against the 2 Sage and Fooders. This is not a long map. Have to remember, this one's only about 2 minutes long, so combo always at a premium.
I'm contemplating whether or not to say Jonah or Sumda Young, but either way, with the highest accuracy by a significant amount at 99.5%, a very unfortunate early break from him. He's in a league of his own of accuracy right now, followed very closely by Fooders now, but with Sage finding a break and Fooders, there's all combos gone.
It's Fangzy versus Jonah, and they're on almost identical combos. Jonah with the accuracy advantage.
It's going to come down to the teammates right now, and Leaps finding that break might give it away. It's so close. It's within 40,000.
It's going to be really tight here, but you still got about a third of the map to go. I mean, there is still some time, and Leaves and Kuko finding another couple of breaks. That's a rough spot to break, too, because this part is a little bit easier to combo than some of the longer streams. Jonah still looking good. Fangzy still looking good with those big combos, but Stateless just backing up their big combo better.
Yeah, there's just not that much time left to make a comeback here. And with that double break from Leebs and Kuko as best girl here, I mentioned before, it was going to come down to wherever or not the teammates were able to hold it. And even with Sage and Fooders having slightly higher accuracy as well, along with the combos, Leebs actually slider breaking the ending there. And there it is, the first point to Stateless.
That could have ended up being very, very close. Still 200,000 points. Late breaks from Leebs and Kuko, making that look a little bit worse than it was. Jonah with the best score, 200s, 150, 99.7 accuracy. Just a slider break. Boy, if he'd FC'd, gets another 130,000 points there. Could have been quite interesting.
Yeah, at least honestly, I would say normally, but I don't think he has to beat himself up too much about that slider break at the beginning, given that it wouldn't have made that much of a difference in the end in terms of the final score. He would have had about 130,000 plus on that, which was slightly less than what the score gap was between the two teams. So Stateless would have had that even with his FC, or potential FC rather. But I'm not actually sure what he missed on at the beginning with that slider break. It was not something I saw coming at all.
Yeah, tough to say for sure, but a break is a break, and like you said, didn't end up affecting the outcome really. And it was the Stateless pick, so Wisconsin, I think, gonna feel not too bad about that one. You keep things pretty close on your opponent's first selection of the match, and you get your own to come, which is going to be Hard Rock 1, so that's Rezo Alive coming in as the first map for Wisconsin. It's a lengthier Hard Rock pick, just under 4 minutes long, so a little more consistency involved in this one. Let's see if Jonah can keep that ACK up.
Yeah, I think this is going to fall on Jonah a lot here. I think Leebs, a decent Hard Rock player, but with the lineups of Stateless compared to Wisconsin, I'm not sure if a consistency Hard Rock map is exactly what they want to start off with here, even with Jonah being able to carry on a map like this.
I think the skill discrepancy of the Phil players is going to be pretty notable when you've got Fangzy, Sage, probably unexpected, versus Jonah and then Leebs and Shonder. Like, I think Stateless just has a better second and third. Whoever the carry is, the backup combos.
Yeah, unexpected looking to be that third player right here. The skill cap on these second two players on either team just looking to be significantly higher than Wisconsin's as opposed to Stateless here. Obviously, Unexpected being the highest ranked player in this lobby by a decent amount. I believe he is almost half of Fangzy's rank.
He and Fangzy were close together. They were 219 and 281 when signups closed.
Oh, so it is closer.
I don't know if that's changed since then.
I doubt it's changed that much. So they're a little bit closer than what I thought. Fangzy farmed up a little bit from the last time I saw him. So Unexpected is now actually rank 197. Fangzy is now 406. So
that's BWS.
Oh, that's non-BWS.
Yeah.
So I'd say there's about a what, like an 80-ish rank difference between the two, maybe 90. So not too big, but still a decent amount, especially at that level. 100 ranks is fairly big.
Fangzy making good use of those Speed Cup badges to get his BWS up. Very valuable. Two Speed Cup badges.
2 Speed Cup badges and then a 8 versus 8 tournament badge.
I don't even know how much he played in the latest Speed Cup, to be honest. That team was largely carried by no, he wasn't on that team. That wasn't.
Oh, that was right. He was the second place. Sorry.
Yeah, it was Apraxia, Ryan, Bartek, Dust Ice, Azerite. I'm forgetting who else is on that team.
I'm forgetting one as well. I had a Monko.
Oh yeah, Monko didn't play at all, did he? He played like one map.
He didn't play a ton.
He's the coach.
Shonder with an early break.
Sage had a breaking like the first 50 combo as well, but Chandra is going to be affecting the combos a little bit more.
Especially with that accuracy difference, 91%.
This is, I feel like, a deceptively tricky map to have good AC on. It seems like a lot of players have been struggling to keep their AC high. That continues to be the case here.
Yeah, highest at 97.7%.
Oh, and Sage with another break.
Yeah, he's having a lot of trouble on this Ki here.
It's going to be good for Wisconsin. Their accuracy is going to mean that it's going to take a little bit more time to make the comeback, but they do have a pretty sizable combo lead as Chandra down at 92% B rank, despite just the one break.
His score just has to really catch up to Sage's right now, and it's going to do that fairly quickly with the 300 combo lead. Lieb's falling a little bit behind Unexpected with a similar score, though.
Oh, there's the break.
There goes Chandra.
That comeback is not going to happen yet. Stateless going to maintain their lead. Sage breaking as well, though, so it's going to be basically even combo.
Yeah, this is going to be very close. Right now, it's essentially the difference of accuracy between Jonah, Liebs, Unexpected, and Fangzy. And just those two players on Stateless having a noticeable accuracy lead for Unexpected over Liebs at the very least. Jonah and Fangzy a little bit closer.
Chandra missing once again. That's proving to be the player having the most difficulty here, and that's making the difference in the score overall. Still yet to cross the 200K mark.
This is going to be very close. This is really going to come down to which of these 4 FCs breaks first. Chandra and Sage were fairly evenly matched. Sage did hold combo through the ending of that Ki there, which coming into a little bit of a slower section here is going to be very beneficial.
Sage with about a 70K or so score lead over Chandra, and that is growing, of course, with the combo lead. But yeah, it's going to come down to these 4 FCs in the section here with the slightly longer stream. We'll see if anybody breaks. It's going to be a possibility of making things interesting, but in fact, it's going to be Chandra missing again instead.
So this looks to go well in the favor of Stateless. Chandra just not able to hold up in the second, or the final quarter now, rather, of the map. Sage definitely finding his comfortability in the end of the map. Impressive plays all around, though, even with a pool that is, you know, slightly easier comparatively to the rest of the tournament with play-ins here. Lieb's breaking at the very end, but 3 FCs total, still pretty impressive on a map that's this long with Hard Rock.
And we did, I think, kind of question picking the consistency Hard Rock against Stateless, and Fangzy and Unexpected here, as well as Sage, really making Wisconsin pay for it. And like we expected, you know, it is Jonah with the FC for Wisconsin, doing what he could once again. Back-to-back top scores for his team, but just not enough to carry, with Chandra really struggling quite heavily on that pick.
Yeah, I can hear his voice right now. What more can I do? But Fangzy and Unexpected, what more could they do? Almost nothing with 298% plus accuracy FCs. Fangzy with the highest accuracy overall, just over Unexpected's there, but fantastic from Stateless. Unexpected not participating in too many tournaments in his time in this game, even being in a top tier of player base, I guess. But he shows up when he needs to, apparently, even on a play-in stage pool. I know Unexpected has taken part in a couple other tournaments, but he is finding some comfortability in this early stage pool. Hopefully we see him continue this later on.
I think we talked about this Stateless being the best Stateless team we've seen, and if they are going to make a run in this tournament, I think that Fangzy Unexpected duo is going to be really valuable late round, because those are 2 players who have the skill cap to scale really well, and if Unexpected can keep up his early stage performance that we've seen on these first couple of picks, carry that throughout this match and going forward, they have the ability to make things interesting. I mean, they'd be facing up against Illinois if they get through this match, so
that'll be good. That'll be a good match between them.
Yeah.
Illinois, a very similar team to last year, even though they are the number 6 seed this year. They did pick up
The shortest of the DT is just 1 minute 46 seconds long, 252 BPMs. It's going to play into Fangsy's wheelhouse here pretty comfortably. This is what he is most known for, of course, is his speedy DT play.
Yeah, we definitely have a higher speed player roster, or at least stronger speed player roster on Stateless.
Yeah, Sage usually pretty strong on DTs. Unexpected, I'm sure will be able to fare pretty well. Wisconsin, I don't know if they're going to be a roster that's going to be able to hang on picks like this, but that's what we're playing the map for. We'll be able to find out.
Yeah, there's a lot of good speed teams in this tournament, which I could say can handle most DT maps fairly well. Wisconsin, unfortunately, not one of the ones on my list. And with Unexpected being well-versed in speed maps, Fangsy quite literally being as known as a speed player, and Sage fairly sure is the speed star of the 4-digit World Cup team. Very solid lineup for Stateless here.
That going to be proven, I think, true here shortly. You do see the 2 breaks coming out from Jonah and from Leebs. Kuko's best girl acquitting themselves pretty well in this pick so far, but 3-way for Stateless, and we're already halfway through the pick.
Very short DT pick here, but we talked about Kuko as best girl at the beginning of the match being kind of the unknown variable here, and it looks like we're starting to figure out where that piece lies for Wisconsin here on this DT map, with Kuko as best girl being the only FC left with not bad accuracy as well, being very close behind Sage.
Tough to compete though when you have Fangsy with the 99.5 FC, Unexpected just under 99, Kuko and Leebs both dropping again. Kuko dropping for the first time. Tough to compete with this kind of performance from Stateless. This is a strong 3-way.
As they say, Stateless has done the thing.
Stateless with the triple FC. I think that might be the first. Is that the first 3-way we've seen in this tournament?
I am
so
very
far?
sure it is.
Unless I don't remember if Washington 3-wayed something against Arizona. They might have 3-wayed. I think they might have 3-wayed the air raid hidden.
Oh, that would make sense for Washington. But
First 3-way in this pick though.
Yeah, this is a ridiculously strong modification for Stateless here. Washington did 3-way FC Love Beam. But Stateless proving to be one of the better DT teams now in the tournament. I could confidently say there are a couple states that are definitely more oriented towards DT maps going into this round of 16 after, so there's going to be a lot of competition on the DT maps next week, but there are some teams that are definitely more favored towards DT than others, and I'm not going to spend the time listing them off right now, but you guys feel free to check out the challenge. You could make your own predictions, but
this is going to bring us into Nomad 1 here from Wisconsin. So we've got the Nomad 1 alert, which Stateless, I think, a little less a team that I would consider known for their aim based on the roster that we've seen. Fangsy, like we said, we kind of question him as an aim player in Sweegie late rounds, but showed up for all the speed stuff, so we'll see if he can bring some aim to the table here.
Should be close. I think Unexpected is definitely going to be their anchor on the aim map here if he remains in for this. He is certainly the player I think that they're going to kind of throw onto the back of, at least for this map. Stacker Joe, not too bad on aim though, especially at this star level, star rating. Stacker Joe is certainly going to be able to pull his own weight here. I certainly don't doubt that Fangsy will be able to either, but this definitely is, in my mind, falling on Unexpected here for Stateless as the resident aim player in this 3.
Let's see. Should be able to get going here with this one, and we will get to see how the picks or the players for this end up turning out. Looks like waiting on Unexpected, it seems. Let's see if Wisconsin, Nomad 1's, I think, almost always feel like the maps where a lower seeded team may have a better chance at picking up a point. See how this one goes for them. And seems like there might be some Bancho issues going on from what I'm hearing and seeing in chat. Might have something to do with it. We'll see what happens if they're able. Come on, we only have 2 more maps to go, and then we get an hour off before the next match for Bancho to fix itself. But
yes!
I really just, please, Bancho, just let us get through 2 maps. That's all I ask.
It's
I mean, that's assuming
probably
sweeps,
not going to happen.
It sounds like Bancho is like actually just dead.
I think it's actually the website is down.
Osu server status.
Gone.
Gone.
Performing, that's a late tweet.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
see what
from
we
2
got
weeks
here.
ago.
Nice. Well, they'll tweet about it soon. It looks like Nay William did start, though.
I'm not sure if Unexpected made it in, though.
I
don't know if it actually started. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, Unexpected didn't make it in. So they're going to have to abort this, and we're going to have to see what's going on. But this needs to get aborted.
Yeah, it looks like the leaderboards have completely died. On my screen right now as well, Kuko as best girl doesn't look like he made it as well.
Yeah, it looks like... Oh, no, he did. It took him a while, but yeah, Kuko... But Unexpected did not connect at all. And that's kind of concerning. So hopefully... Why would Bancho go down now? Like, it's like just before midnight UTC on a Sunday night.
Yeah, this is an interesting...
It seems like score submission is just like messed up. There's still a lot of people online.
99% Bancho for chat, but it looks like there's no plays being submitted. So
Unexpected said we Gucci. Interesting.
So
website is back. Status site isn't. Yeah, I mean, if the website's back, let's just. I mean, maybe they can just try to restart it here.
Yeah, everything seems decent. Score submission did fall to 92% for a while there, so it looks like it was more of a localized issue for something. API is having a lot of problems though, so sorry for those of you doing spreadsheet stuff.
Yeah, everybody's connected this time, so it looks like we're good. As long as nobody DCs during the map, that'll be my only concern. Or if their scores don't go through.
That's what I'm thinking, is if we're gonna have problems, it'll be at the end of the map.
Plays are back submitting according to status, so
I guess they were maybe performing maintenance on something. I was gonna say our only problem would be at the end of the map if it's score submission.
We'll at least be able to see in here as long as players make it most of the way through. So, well, underway here, No Mod 1, so we'll just let it play out and cross the bridge of Bancho being down when we come to it, if we come to it, as Kuko finds the beginning section break here for Wisconsin.
Strong start from Stateless here. Stacker Joe with a double S still.
This is a pick that we've seen players performing pretty well on for the most part. Keeping pretty high combo and typically fairly high accuracy as well.
Unexpected not having too much ease on the accuracy side of things, falling the lowest at 98% accuracy. He's just above Jonah though.
Turn client, please. Turn client, please. Okay.
There we go.
I'm always terrified when it freezes. I just don't know.
That was a long one too.
Yeah. Everybody making it into the first Ki here. Kuko is best girl, just about 120, 130 combo behind the others.
Nobody breaking on these sections here. Stacker Joe did finally drop 100, so he's right along with Fangsy here. Unexpected has recovered his accuracy a little bit, back up to the 99% range, but still well in the favor of Stateless with that combo break earlier from Kuko's best girl. Even if it didn't matter then, it certainly matters now.
Oh, and there's a break from Gleebs. That matters. That's just before halfway through, 670 combo in. You do not want to miss there. But unfortunately, he just did. So that's going to give Stateless a pretty big combo advantage now.
Luckily for him, he didn't miss at exactly halfway, so he can get a little bit higher of a score right now, but given where his miss was, if he FCs the rest of the map, he's maximum 650k probably. So somebody on Stateless needs to break if Wisconsin even wants a chance to stay in this, let alone win it.
Boy, though, you look at their cursors and Stateless just looking very comfortable. Now, Jonah for Wisconsin still looking... Misses immediately as I look at his screen.
Tuco is best girl, now the carry.
That's actually just the map over, I think. Even though it's only 2/3 of the way through. Stateless is just going to take a big lead with where those breaks were just before halfway and just past halfway for Wisconsin. Meanwhile, Fangsy, Stacker Joe, Unexpected, all in the FCs, all over 99% accuracy, looking very, very good on this pick.
Stateless with the final quarter of No Mod 1 right now, as of right now, proving to be the most consistent team in the play-in stage. Performance-wise, some of the young and Leaves both breaking on the slider.
It is over if it wasn't already. So we're just going to get to see now if Stateless can finish out a triple FC with remarkable accuracy as well. This would be one of the best performances we've seen on a given map from anyone in this stage.
It's a hard section at the ending here. All of them making it through. High accuracy. Fangsy at that 98.1%. He breaks on the 1/6. Oh, and Fangsy drops the triple FC. Unexpected and Stacker Joe still holding it down, and a very, very evident point for Stateless here into the final section. Will Unexpected and Stacker Joe be able to hold it through these final streams? They're going strong. No slider breaks yet in the final 2 jumps for the both of them here. Well, I thought they were the final 2. Now it comes into the last jump section.
And that is
Unexpected.
That is a double FC and a 1,000,000 point victory.
So good for Stateless. Triple S rank. Fangsy unfortunately breaking on the slider after that 1/6 burst.
With very, very good accuracy too. If he doesn't break on that slider, it's a 3/100 FC. Stacker Joe 6/100s on his part for his FC. Looking pretty good.
Jonah with a very impressive 45 missed play.
I kind of stopped paying attention to him at the end. I assume he just stopped playing.
Yeah, I don't know what happened at the end. He definitely wasn't putting in as much effort at the ending there as he was at the beginning, so dropping a couple extra hundreds there.
That is Stateless pushing it to a match point for themselves. 0. And saying Sage FC'd. I guess he was playing it in solo while they were playing it during the match. The 3-way FC for Stateless, counting one player that was not in the lobby. Gotta love it. And now they just picked DT3 and they end the match.
Yeah, basically.
I'm pretty sure.
They get one more map, and I'd say that it's very unlikely that Stateless doesn't close this out in a 5-0 right now. If Wisconsin takes a point now, then they might as well win the match. Stateless's performance has been exceeding any expectations that people may have had for them, if any. Most people don't normally have very high hopes for Stateless, but this year looks like they're the team in play-in stage, at least. They're the team to beat. With, I believe, from what I've seen, the highest scores overall. And it looks like the Alting Hidden map?
Hidden 1. I don't know that I expected that as the pick, but there we are anyway. We'll get to see in the stats. I'll probably do that on Tuesday. Get to see what the overall scores and performances look like from these teams. An idea of just how good these performances are from Stateless compared to the other participants in this round of the tournament. Of course, we did see Pennsylvania with the 5-0 as well as New Jersey, so that's kind of what they'll be competing against in terms of scoreline. Nothing else. Black Rebel, the Valo 108 map, 5.3 stars, 3 minutes of 200 BPM, which data classifies as, and I quote, deceptively missable, end quote.
Ooh. Sounds fun.
Is going to bring Sage in to replace Unexpected, while Wisconsin holds on to the same roster. MP start command coming out. GLHF's in chat. We will be underway here in just a moment with what could be the last pick of this matchup. See if Wisconsin can try to get on the board at least here, as they're on the brink of dropping down to bracket. Stateless looking quite strong. How likely that is?
All players loading in first try this time, so Bancho seems to have fixed itself. And
That was the fastest Bancho has ever fixed itself, I'm pretty sure. That was like 3 minutes at most. And Jonah, not reading well, it would seem.
Yeah, that was a big over-aim on that first stream there, so a lot of misses. Lieb missing the one note before the spinner as well.
Oh, Fang's breaking too. Guys, the match isn't over yet. You do still have to play.
This is... Honestly, I was so surprised when I saw Hidden in this that I wasn't actually sure if they were joking or not, and I still honestly can't tell. Kuko is best girl and Fangzy both breaking as well.
They're actually just running it down. This is a fiesta. They wanted to pay homage to NALCS being on today.
And here goes Stage as well.
Stacker Joe, the only FC, and he's 40 combo ahead of Jonah, with Liebs another 50 combo back. Just kidding, as Liebs breaks as well. Apparently, no one can play this map in this matchup.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
Everyone is, they're not like just running it down. They're like actively sprinting it down. This is like Usain Bolt tier.
Oh goodness, this is it right here. I don't know, Jonah's got a decent combo built up here along with Stacker Joe, so
that active,
it's coming down
though,
to
it's a 2% active.
Yeah, it's massive. Actually, almost what, 2.5%.
And there goes Kuko with another break. Fangzy and Sage, I think, are sorting things out as Jonah does find a miss. Well, we are halfway through, and the damage inflicted upon our eyes and the eyes of the viewers is already untenable.
Stateless into the final half of Hidden One, looking to be untouchable in this match. I don't believe any of these picks have been contested, I believe. Maybe one.
Yeah, I mean... Nomad 2 was 253k, and that's the closest by a pretty big margin. They've won 2 of the other maps by over 1 million points, and they won Rezo Alive by 630. So this one of the closer maps, actually.
Oh my goodness, this is close.
But Sage and Fangzy with some pretty decent combo will be looking to bring this one on home for Team Stateless.
In a very convincing win.
This is not a close match. Bloodbath describes it quite well. And come into the ending here. The lead will grow as Wisconsin continues to have more problems. This one might end up being another 1 million point massacre. Fortunately, things not going super well for Wisconsin. And it will be 5-0. Finished up for Stateless. Looking pretty good, I would say. That was a solid performance from them.
Yeah, for a state that was relatively unknown in terms of what their performance could be coming into this match, they certainly left it exceeding expectations with this, so I'll be very excited to see what they can pull off later in this tournament.
Stateless versus Illinois next week, I think it's going to look like a pretty compelling matchup to watch, I would say. An exciting one, I think, at Stateless performance just now.
Illinois matches are always exciting.
Especially when they're at 6 UTC on...
Oh, of course.
That's my favorite time for Illinois matches.
Welcome to United States Cup.
Windows 7, correct. That is it. That is Stateless taking the win over Wisconsin. That is a W. And this is actually the end of this stream block because we have an hour break until the final match of the round, final match of the evening. Between New York versus Tennessee. That one will be coming up at 1 a.m. UTC.
So make sure you take a nap now and come back later.
I'm gonna go get some dinner.
Finally.
Yeah, I finally get a chance to go get something to eat. And we will be back with you guys in an hour's time. I think it's going to be us again.
Yeah, I think this is
me
it.
and Chillier joining you for the last matchup of the play-ins. But for now, GG's to our winners from this afternoon. Teams Colorado, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Stateless advancing onward into the winners bracket. GG's to them. Thank you for watching. See you guys in about an hour's time. Close out the play-in round for USC 2020.